to talk about how we want to present ourselves when we are either on Zoom or Skype or FaceTime or any of the other media that allows you to communicate through video. I know we've been doing this for quite a while now, but maybe we've become complacent, we've gotten comfortable being home and conducting business, or we're just not even into it any longer. But we still have to remember that we might be talking business, we might be discussing, we might be on a virtual doctor's appointment, we might be on a virtual first date. And yes, there is such a thing, because I have a friend who did it and it was intriguing to hear about that. And then you have your friends and family that you may not have seen for a very long time, but with holidays coming up, you might want to have a Zoom family holiday, and you want them to feel that you are happy and healthy and enjoying your time with them. And so I'm going to help you with that if I can, and you might even want to write a few things down and then put it beside your laptop, and you'll have a checklist to use whenever you get ready to start your meeting. Well, the first thing you want to remember is the position of your camera. Well, on a MacBook Pro and just about every other laptop you have, you're going to find the camera is in the center on the top. And that camera you want to have at eye level or slightly higher, because we all look better that way. I don't care if you are the most gorgeous supermodel in the world. If you put that camera low and look up, you're not going to look that cute. I mean, it's just a horrible position. So keep your camera high. And to do that, you can buy the rack or table that just sits on your desk, and you can put your laptop on it. However, sometimes they're hard to find, so you might consider either a cardboard box you found that's just the right height, or just a stack of books. And so what I do is just move a stack of books just like this and put it on top, and then I lean the top of my laptop forward, because that gives a better camera angle, and it just looks so much better. Because after you've done this and you have figured out your exact height and which angle you want to be at, you will start noticing, for instance, on the news, national news, I have seen news analysts who are doing their news analyzing from home, and everything's great except they have their laptop like this, and you are looking up their nose, and it makes me crazy. I just want to go and put it on a book. Just even a couple of books would help. Instead of looking straight up this bottom of your face, it's just not good. So remember to take about 5 minutes before your meeting is supposed to begin, and then you can have it at the perfect height. And I'm looking for my cell phone. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. I thought I had it right here with me. So with your cell phone, say you're FaceTiming, don't hold your cell phone like this. It is just not good. And take a moment and just put it this way. You can flip your camera around where you can see yourself, and I like to hold my camera slightly above my head. It just looks a little better, and I have learned that over time, and all it takes from any of us is just a few minutes of practice. Whether it's your laptop, your cell phone, you just take a moment to find the best angle for yourself. And then we're going to talk about lighting. Now, when it comes to lighting, it could be a bit tricky, but if you know what you're looking for, it's not that difficult. We all have a window, or I hope you do, and that's one of the easiest ways to have best lighting, because you're looking for even lighting. You want balanced light. And if you stand in front of a window facing out, then you're going to have balanced light. Now, if you are looking into the late afternoon sun or early morning sun, it may be a little too harsh. So if you have a shade you can put up, that would diffuse some of that light. Then you have, for instance, on your cell phone, I have one of these, and I suggest you get one too. It is a Lumi. Look at this. You automatically have light. And I've talked about this before, and this isn't a promotion. It's just one of those little secrets that I like to tell. So it's not a really great kept secret. But go on their website because they have a lot of new products since I bought this one. But this one is a front light, and it has a back. It has a softer light. You can dim it down and brighten it up. And it has a backlighting, but love that. And I highly suggest that, especially if you are using FaceTime. And then what you want to remember is try not to use overhead lighting because it throws shadows on your face. Not the light fixture itself necessarily, but the light will hit in a really unbecoming way. Also, you want to avoid having the light coming from one side. If you have a window on this side and you have light hitting here, then use a lamp on this side and balance it out. Or if you're looking straight into your laptop and say you have your office space in a corner of a room and you don't have any light, you can buy a ring light. I have a large ring light that will collapse down to a short stand, but it's also very large. But you can find the smaller ring lights. You can even find ring lights that are about this, maybe this big. And I don't know if you have a 5 and under store in your area, but they have them at 5 and under. And you just clip them on, and they work pretty darn good. No complaints here. I've used them. But if you don't have that and you're looking for just the right light, try this. So what I have done is just simply taking a lamp, taking the shade off of it, and I have light from behind my laptop. It's behind the camera. You certainly don't want it in front of the camera because everybody's going to see your lamp. So you want it behind the camera, and it will throw enough light on your face that you're going to look much better than without it. And you're familiar with the Zoom grid where each person who is attending the meeting has their own slot, and there's always someone there who has the darkest picture, and then there's always someone who stands out from everyone else. Well, that's because they have taken the time to work on the lighting, work on their surroundings. I'm not saying you have to be the very best on your Zoom meeting, but who doesn't want to be the best at everything they do? But you certainly don't want to be the lowest common denominator. So try to stand out a little bit from the crowd by looking like you have pulled yourself together and you're ready for this meeting. And if you get really good at this, you can also use different color bulbs in order to find the right shade for your skin tone or for your surroundings. I've seen people using pink bulbs because it looks really good on certain skin tones, and these yellowish bulbs don't always look the best. And then you might think about the sound quality. Now, I know on laptops you have your microphone, but if you're not up very close to that microphone, you sound as if you're far away. And you don't have to get that far back to sound that way. That quality of sound on the microphones is not great. But you can buy an ancillary microphone that you can clip on. I have this one. I got this on Amazon, and it just clips on, and then you have your mic. And you can clip it here, you can wear it around your neck. Some of them have the headphones with the ancillary mic attached. You're going to sound really great. You're going to sound much more professional than you do without it. Now let me move this lamp because I don't like the look of it from your angle. And that brings us to the next subject, and that is your surroundings. I don't think we've discussed the elephant in the room, and that is a pile of laundry to my right. You would be shocked at how many people I have seen on Zoom meetings who haven't taken the time to tidy up around the frame of their camera. Now, the camera on a laptop is a wide angle, and you can see it yourself, but you might have been used to seeing all of the toys laying in the floor or the pile of laundry that's sitting out that needs to be folded. Those things tell a lot about you, and especially if you are a professional or want to be as professional as possible, you want everything to look nice and neat because you want to give that impression that you have the world figured out. Whether you do or not, they don't know it, but you want to give that impression. If you're finding any of this information helpful, share this video with your friends or your workmates, and they may appreciate it. But I do want to mention a couple more things when it comes to your surroundings. You might want to notify everyone in your house that you are on a virtual meeting. And that way you don't have the children running in and asking questions. You don't have your husband busting out asking if we have any more toilet paper, something that's going to be really embarrassing. But also, if you need to step away from the video, then turn off your video and be sure to turn off the audio. Because what if you are stepping away to go to the restroom and you have turned off your video, but your audio is still on, and everyone in the meeting can hear you flush the toilet? Now, you are not going to know about that until someone tells you later, and then you're going to be mortified, or I would be mortified. Say you saw your annoying neighbor out the window walking in your flower bed, and you want to run out and tell them to please get out of your flowers. Well, everyone's going to hear that. So we'll try to avoid that. And then also remember, you don't want to be eating or drinking while you're on camera. Yes, it is easy to jump in on a meeting and be sitting there eating a bowl of cereal, but that doesn't look very professional. And remember, you are at work when you're on a meeting. You may not feel so much at work because you're at home, but this is an actual business meeting, so you want to do your best to be professional. And let's say you don't have Wi-Fi at home for some reason or another, and then you want to go to Starbucks to use their Wi-Fi. Well, that's not always the best idea because you're going to pick up the voices of those around you, and you're going to see the faces of the other customers in the camera. Now, if you can find a spot in a back corner, that would work great, and try your best to do that. But remember what you have around you and tidy everything up. So just remember your surroundings. You don't want that collection of Hello Kitties in your background when you're talking to your supervisor because it just doesn't look professional. Now, if you are selling widgets, you have a meeting about your widget sales, then take all those Hello Kitties down and put your widgets up there on the shelf. Now that's professional. Now, doesn't that look better? I moved my laundry and just moved a little table over. It just looks so much better. And we want to remember to kind of sit up straight, don't be slouchy. Like our mothers always tell us, don't slouch. But here's something I saw one time and I couldn't believe what I was watching. A person in a meeting apparently just got tired and set their laptop on the coffee table and was lounging on the sofa. Not sitting slouchy, I mean lounging on the sofa. And I thought, my God, does he not realize that everyone in this meeting is watching him. And so I hope he has another job somewhere now, because he didn't last forever. But we have those kind of things that you have to really be cautious of, because, like I said, we get complacent, we forget we're in our house, but this is meetings and or just visits, and you want the person who's seeing you to think that you're very interested. Whether you are or not, you can act interested, and then it's going to make a huge difference in the relationships that you have after you're off of these meetings. And what else do I want to remind you of that I usually forget? Oh yes, your cell phone. If you are on your laptop, be sure to turn off your cell phone. Either turn off the ringer and the notifications, or just turn it off all the way, because it never fails that as soon as you get on your Zoom meeting, you're going to get a phone call. And you don't want to have to reach over, get your phone, and have to decline the call or pretend it's not ringing and everybody can hear it and knows it's ringing. So just turn it off to begin with. So that's going to be on the list beside the laptop. So I will remember that and not ever have it happen again. And also, I want to remind you to look into the camera, because if you're the one making a point in a meeting, you want everyone to know that you are looking into the camera. You're not looking at yourself on the screen and looking distracted. So I think we've covered almost all of the bases, and if I haven't, if I come up with anything else, maybe we can update this farther down the road. I'm sure there's going to be a new app come out with all kinds of great things to learn. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't tapped that subscribe button, tap the subscribe button and tap the bell just to the right of it, and it'll notify you each time I make a post. And share this video with your friends and family, and follow me on Instagram. Bye!